Hey guys, Scott, I'm with Maybe here. Welcome back to my anime reviews. Basically every week I'll try to watch an anime and then review it for you guys, like I've said before. One Piece, Bleach, and Fairy Tail, animes that you will not see on this series because I just don't want to sit down and watch it for so long because I'd have to catch up hardcore. I'm sorry you haven't seen reviews for like last week because I was not in Canada and I didn't have time to review anything. So I'm sorry about that. Since I hit 200 subscribers a month ago, which I didn't say until now, because I did not watch, oh, he has 201, so I'll unsubscribe, and then have another guy, one of my friends unsubscribe, then he'll be 199 make jokes. People do that, it's annoying. So, ever since I've hit 200, I've always wondered what anime I should review for it. There's so many anime out there, and I had no clue what to review until I remembered what I had bought for Boxing Day, and then it hit me. Why not review the sequel season of an anime I have reviewed already? And that is why this week's review is a DVD right here. Baka and Test, Some of the Beasts. I actually own the second season. This is the first season on DVD that I have borrowed from Rashomon. He bought the second season. No, he bought the first season. I bought the second season, which I don't have with me. Kind of sad, but we traded for a while so I could watch the first season over. Even though it's all on Netflix, you should check it out. It's fucking great. Yeah, we're going to be reviewing Baka and Test, Some of the Beasts Season 2. This was my first anime that I ever reviewed on my channel, and I praised it a lot. It's what made my channel grow even more than before, and I'm happy to be able to review this anime today. I watched a season in English dubbed, so the review will be based off the English version, but from what I know, the Japanese voices aren't that bad. There aren't big differences between the English and Japos. From what I noticed, I did watch it in sub 2, but I much prefer it in the dub. Like usual, I will only be explaining the most important parts of the anime: the character, story, setting, relationships, voice acting, animation, music, and the genre. And of course, we always start with the genre: school life, action, romance, ecchi, comedy, and kind of sci-fi, depending on how you look at it. Now for the setting. The setting is Fumiziki Academy, where the better your grade, the better you are treated. The classes are separated by grade and intelligence, of course, as they have grade 10, 11, and 12 in Japanese high schools, and they are separated again from class F to A. A being super smart, to F being super fucking dumb. A has the top of the line learning facilities and food and beverages to help them study in a friendly, comfortable environment, whereas class F stays in a cold, drafty classroom where their tables are almost broken, and to help them become smarter and enter a different class the next following year. Note that there is no way to join a new class until you finish the school year, as your test scores at the start of the year determine your class placement for the year, although there is a way for the lower classes to get better equipment other than buying them. It's called having a summoner test war. Two classes face off and using avatars to fight. The strength of the avatars are based off their previous test scores and what class they are using to fight with. Note that they need a teacher present to open a field to summon avatars, and whatever subject their teacher teaches, the students using the field will use the test scores of their last test from the certain subject. The summoner test wars kinda work like a game of chess. Objective is defeat the opponent's class representative before yours gets beaten. So let's say class F beats class D. Class D has no choice but to trade their equipment for class F's, and now class F has better stuff, whereas class D has shitty stuff. Note that if you lose a summoner test score, you must wait 2 to 3 months before you can declare another one. Although it isn't a big plot thing in this season, it was still worth mentioning for the sake of it. Now for the characters, there are 6 main characters or so. Well, honestly, I don't even remember the number. There's a lot. I'll try to explain each one for a bit, but not for too long to save time. Akihisa Yoshi, the main protagonist of this anime, and the dumbest person in the anime with no motivation to become smarter or study at all. He's a nice guy and hates when his friends are treated badly, and is overprotective of his friends Himeji and Hinami. And he's not poor or wealthy, and he lives alone until his sister comes back in season 1. He spends a lot of his money on video games, so he ends up with so little money that he has to split up noodles in multiple pieces so he can have more meals. He's a pathetic person, but he is super nice. He's Yuji Sakamoto, the class rep for class F. He's not dumb, he's just lazy. Like, legit, he's just lazy. He's a nice guy, tries hard to fight for what he wants, and is always on Akihisa's side, as they are best friends, although Yuji almost always has a trick up his sleeve that sometimes put Akihisa in a bad position. He's always running away from his childhood friend Shoko, who is hardcore in love with him, and always trying to have him sign a marriage slip. Goddamn, I feel sorry for him. Third is Hideyoshi Kinoshita. Class F, he's a guy. He swears. He's part of the drama club and is very good at pulling off impersonations of other people's voices. He's always confused to be a girl, and no one believes he's a guy. No one. It is sad, really. They needed to make a separate bathroom, a separate shower during their class trip, just so he could do his business. God dang. Is Kota Tsuchiya, Class F. He's a pervert. That's it. He takes photos of girls and is always trying to look at skirts all the time, but every time he gets a glimpse of some, he has a nosebleed and knocks out. And the funniest part about his character is that no one cares he's taking of these photos. It's like everyone is used to it at this point, and they just let him be. Fifth is Mizuki Himeji, Class F as well, but isn't stupid at all. She actually has the intelligence of someone in Class A, but has them in Class F because her poor health made her faint during the entrance exam. She's a very nice girl and is always willing to help. She's very protective of Yoshi and hates when other girls get too close to him. She can't cook for shit. She, like, literally every time she's about to feed anyone, they pass out. They literally fight over who doesn't have to eat her cooking. It's that bad. Is Minami Shimada, Class F, tsundere, like classic tsundere. She's happy-go-lucky when it comes to Akisa, but hates whenever he's with other girls. There's a pattern going on here. Like I said, classic tsundere, nothing more to say, honestly. Fifth is Shoko Kirishima, Class A. She loves Yuji a lot. She's a quiet person, but is very nice and is very overprotective of Yuji, that she will not let him look at another girl at all. He won't let him think about other girls, and the moment he is, she'll poke his eyes out. Literally. Now, that was a lot to explain, and there's a lot more characters left to have to explain, but I won't be explaining them at all, because I'm lazy, so we're going to move on straight to the story. Now, if you've watched the previous season, then you know a lot about what this show is about already, but this season is pretty different. There are only battles in the later episodes, and everything else is random school life, romance, backstories type stuff. It's a lot of random shit. It's more random than the first season, where this first season was much more linear with a proper plot, whereas this one is just a lot of school life, a lot of random shit that just happens. For the animations, these animations are still spot on. Colorful, smooth, amazingly detailed. The fights look great, and the school life stuff looks nice too. Voice actors. These voice actors are 11 out of 10 would listen for them. Amazing voice actors, and some are extremely popular already. They fit their characters amazingly well, and they are just super memorable. The music. The opening is great, but the ending is meh, whereas the background music is great too. It makes the atmosphere exactly what you'd imagine. For the rating part of these reviews, as a rating is split up into 5 different categories: the voice acting, animation, story, characters, and overall enjoyability. And of course, always start with voice acting, 20 out of 20. Do I need to say it again? 11 out of 10 would listen to a game. Animations, 20 out of 20. I loved them. Funimation never disappoints. Story, 8 out of 20. I certainly didn't hate it, but for the story, the first season was so much better. The story was much more linear, and they had an objective in the end that they actually accomplished, whereas this anime is more like anime like Haruhi Suzumiya and K-On!, where nothing happens plot-wise, but it is still funny. No hate, just liked first season, better for story. Characters, 20 out of 20. These characters are all likable. That's rare to say for anime. Each one has their own personality that, when mixed with other people, are just hilarious to watch, and it is just done so well. Also, Hideyoshi is life. He's like true god. Everyone needs a Hideyoshi. Enjoyability, 10 out of 20. I enjoyed it, yeah, but if we are comparing seasons 1 and 2, the first season is more fun to watch. I very much like this season, but the first season's story and plot was much better, and whereas the season was, it didn't really have a plot. Score, 78 out of 100, 78%. Great sequel, but the first season was much better. A B grade plus for this anime. I hope you enjoyed the video. In the description there will be a link to buy this online and Netflix, because it has it. I bought it online. If you can frickin' buy it online, it was literally like 10, 20 bucks. That's fucking cheap for anime. It was literally, it's freaking, it says save on it. But that's upside down. It says, that's still backward. I don't know, it looks backwards to me. It says save on it, it's cheap, buy it, okay? It's on Netflix too, for free on Netflix, $8 a month, like $8.99 is fucking worth it. You can buy Netflix cards now at EB Games. You don't have to pay every month as long as you got that card, so you're good. Get a card, it's not that hard. I'll try my best to maybe find a link, maybe to Crunchyroll if they have it, or maybe I'll find another link to Chia Anime or something if they have it, but in that case, thank you guys for watching. Stop with me, out.